Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner MetaZone, Roby and Mscribe, and today we're going to be talking about some DMT updates.
Hell yeah, dude. A little sprinkle of bitmap action at the end. But yeah,
Always
man.
some bitmap action.
That's right. In case you didn't know, the Bitmap Metaverse, some very core DMT principles aligned with it, right?
That's right.
Non-arbitrary creation, all this stuff, utilization of block data. First time done in the Metaverse ecosystem, right? So it's very interesting things happening. Typically, we like to start these videos off with like that nifty 2-minute video that the TAP team put together.
That's right.
But
100 seconds, actually.
Okay, it's a minute and a half, roughly, video that explains DMT very efficiently, but we don't have that on hand for whatever reason. So
No.
give us a 100-second like rundown, dude. DMT, what is it? Like, what is the value of it?
Well, DMT is essentially leveraging block data to generate assets.
Right, digital assets specifically.
Digital assets, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's essentially a premise that humanity has been very good at for the last 100,000 years, give or take, and it's pattern recognition. So we're finding some patterns on Bitcoin, and we are leveraging those patterns to generate those assets. And what that means is if you pick that pattern and that pattern occurs 1,000 years from now, that asset generates again in 1,000 years.
Yeah, so what does that do? It introduces like a non-arbitrary component to asset generation. Essentially, the last 15 years, everything has manifested before our eyes in the digital landscape very arbitrarily, right? Just somebody, per the provisionings of the existing frameworks and standards, right, of token, you know, whether it's fungible or non-fungible token.
Correct.
Part of the creation process is input your desired supply. So human on the other end just make something up, dude. 21 million. 100 million, a billion,
Trillion.
500 gazillion, doesn't matter, right? Just put in that number, and then that's what the ecosystem has as far as like a well-established knowledge of the existence of some asset, right?
Yeah, so in the case for DMT, instead of picking some arbitrary number, you're picking an element, which represents a pattern within Bitcoin. And that pattern is a non-arbitrary supply.
Yeah.
Right, if that pattern exists 100,000 times or exists 10 times, like it's a non-arbitrary.
Yeah. So if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, every 10 minutes there's a new block, so there's a new opportunity of substrate utilization essentially within that data set, right?
Yeah.
And yet patterns can occur or not, right? That's what makes it non-arbitrary, right?
Right.
Based on that element. So the frameworks are there. DMT Gitbook, look it up if you want to understand more how to create using these frameworks. And yeah, today we're going to go through some projects,
Yeah, next month is almost going to be a whole year.
That's true,
since
dude.
the launch of DMT.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's something we need to like keep our spectacles on, dude. It's
Yeah.
like a whole year almost since the deployment of that Gitbook.
Man, what a battle, dude.
I know, dude.
God.
It has been a battle. You know, it's been a roller coaster ride, as they say. Right?
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, this was our biggest contribution to Bitcoin we could think of.
that's right.
I think we did a pretty cool job, like
And
introducing something.
It's actually new.
Yeah.
Something that no one has tried before in any blockchain anywhere.
Yeah, and I think it can really only be done on Bitcoin in the sense, like the real value capture is that immutable data substrate layer that Bitcoin has been building essentially over the last 15 years.
Yeah, and the first token is the NAT token.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about that here pretty soon.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
All right.
So there's two classifications essentially within the DMT NAT ecosystem, right? There are NATs, which fungible NATs, like the NAT token you said, it's basically like like any other fungible token you've seen, like a meme coin, for example, has a supply. All the units are non-unique, right? Therefore, they have fungible components to them. Then we have like the non-fungible assets, which we call UNATs, right? Unique non-arbitrary tokens. So they function like your typical, like you could do PFPs with them. You can create game assets.
Applications.
In Metaverse applications, pretty much anything, right? So the whole spectrum of creation is supported in this DMT landscape. So yeah, let's start off with Foxy's Bitminer.
Yeah, so speaking about alignment within the ecosystem, so Foxy's Bitminer is the first miner that is deployable on a bitmap.
Yeah.
And so what you're looking at here is I already activated my Bitminer. And as you can see here, if I can zoom in, I have 1 uncommon and 2 common. And right here, I'm actually able to kind of like manipulate here and and see this thing in action.
Yeah.
So the way you do this, if you have a bit miner, all you have to do is go to it says miner.mybitverse.com, and you go there and connect your wallet, and then it'll detect. And if it doesn't detect, hit this little refresh button here.
Yeah.
And then it'll find the bit miners in your wallet, and then you can just hit the activate button, which I think is here, and then every day I think you have to maintain it.
Yeah, essentially you come in and just it starts off just like an activation process, but there is a daily maintenance, and if you want to, right below that maintenance button is basically your mining efficiency rates, right? That I think is aggregate of all the bit miners that you hold.
Yeah. It's only been active for a few hours, and I've already collected some B stone, B steel, and B timber,
and some B foxy. So the B foxy, I think, is like the main ecosystem token. So it is a TAP token that's going to play many different like integral roles into the foxy ecosystem, right? So yeah, it's kind of like the Metaverse's version of like an RSIC, if you will. You want to call it that, an MSIC if you want, a Metaverse specific integrated circuit. And it's pretty cool. It functions very similarly, but I think at some point the idea is to get these APIs actually in the Metaverse environment so that you can interact with the Bitminer in world to do all of this whole activation process.
Yeah.
Right. Have one installed in different individual bitmaps and such. Right.
Yeah, because depending on which bitmap you deploy this on, you have different mining rates.
That's true.
Potential there. So.
Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting new things to like continually evolve this UNAT, right? So this is an example of a unique non-arbitrary token. It has an element associated to its existing supply, right?
That's right.
Which in this case, a new Bitminer is like availably producible every single day.
Yeah.
Because of that element and that pattern that occurs roughly every day.
Yeah, and there's going to be some block drops associated to this pretty soon here too.
Are there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's big news.
That's coming.
All right, cool. Yeah, so speaking of bit miners.
Yeah, so you'll be able to, you can still purchase some. So if you head to mscribe and look up DMT Bitminer, you can come into this like nifty minting platform and then select your Bitminer here.
Yeah, essentially you select your block, right? These are Bitcoin blocks.
Yeah.
And again, like we said, there's a pattern element that is referenced in the deployment script of this asset, and these are the blocks within all the existing Bitcoin blocks that contain that pattern. Therefore, this is where the bit miners reside within these blocks. So you just simply click on an orange one and go through the process of claiming it.
Yep. All right, and so here we're excited to announce a partnership with Bitmap Emporium. So we're introducing one-of-a-kind natbat playable character exclusively for residents. So this is going to be cool. So jumping into the Bitverse, you'll be able to don this natbat in that ecosystem. So it's going to be interesting just to see how this like interplays with their ecosystem.
Yeah, the natbats is another UNAT collection that was, I think, freely distributed to the community, right, of the
correct
the Bitmap Emporium community. So yeah, this is cool. This is what we like to see, and we're going to show more examples of this. Is like UNATs finding their presence and coming to life in the Metaverse ecosystem, right? That's not, you don't have to do that, right? As a UNAT creator, you can opt not to like have a Metaverse presence, but we feel like at the end of everything, like it's going to be kind of like unavoidable. Like that is the trajectory everybody in Web3 is on. We're all headed towards the Metaverse.
Not only Web3, but all of society.
True.
Outside of Web3. Inclusive.
I totally agree. So I think it's actually a really bullish sign. Like if you're, because NFTs are kind of like a dead thing in the space.
Yeah.
It's like this new generation of non-fungible creators kind of like emerging in Ordinals. I think they should incorporate some sort of Metaverse strategy like right away.
Yeah, I mean, it's akin to the early social media, right? If you had a business, you had to like implement some sort of social media strategy. Yeah, exactly. Otherwise you get forgotten.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as Bitmap ecosystem continues to mature and more developers like ourselves and others that we're going to show start to like implement more technology primitives that make this whole Metaverse experience more fruitful, more engaging, all this stuff, it's going to become like an expectation, I feel like.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you go an era prior to social media, it's like you had to have a website. If you didn't have a website, nobody could find you.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And
Yeah.
then another cycle back, if you weren't on the yellow pages, nobody could find you.
Yeah.
So you just have to adapt, and the metaverse is no different.
I totally agree. Yeah, so it's cool to see like these DMT creators just already basically understanding, and yeah, they understood.
You know, flexing my technological history, dude.
You sure are, dude. You've got that. Well, I thought
I got that from you.
That's
I know.
the only history you like, dude. It's like technology history. Damn, dude. It's like, tell me the 36th president. I don't know either.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
I don't know why I even brought that up. Who the fuck wouldn't know that, dude?
Yeah. All right. So DMT Pirates. So this is a launch that's happening sometime in October. So we're still kind of figuring out the dates here, but
Yeah.
But let's check out this video.
Yeah, DMT Pirates. Ahoy.
Peace, a fleeting dream, the calm before the tide. The sea shows no mercy. Her gifts come with a price, paid in blood.
You know what's
They
cool?
burned his village and took his family.
Hold on, don't
However,
interrupt, dude.
Their greatest mistake was not killing him.
Damn. So the cruise.
Cruise symbols in October. That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say that boat is actually in the Natrix.
Yeah.
Firing its his cannonballs.
Yeah, that's actually one of the cooler things we've seen, and
Yeah.
potentially. So yeah, we had a Twitter space recently with the DMT Pirates founder, and they have some very interesting, like ecosystem design ideas as far as like creating individual camps within the collection
Mm-hmm.
that have different perks and different roles within, like, I guess, like the lore of the whole thing, right? So these ships that are being erected in the metaverse could actually apply to one of these individual categories within the collection, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe it's like a captain or something like that. Therefore, that comes with a potential future block drop of one of these ships.
Dude, that's so cool.
That is really cool. Yeah, I like tinkering with these ideas with like different UNAT creators.
Yeah, it's like an ecosystem of like the style of a pirate.
Yeah.
Right? And so like you could go like way beyond that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that's the whole point of this, is just creating more value on top of existing value, right? Already, we know like PFP collections and such have tremendous market value perception-wise, and just adding all these different like injections of metaverse value, I think, makes too much sense, right? Maybe we're biased. I don't know.
Yeah, it's inevitable, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so next we have Bitmap Studios. So they're launching Bit Avatars, the first ever DMT 3D recursive, fully randomized UNAV collection.
So UNAV is an interesting term, dude.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting terms there. But UNAV, what do you suspect that means, dude?
A unique
Avatar, right?
avatar, yeah.
Yeah, which we've talked about a lot on this channel, right? How that's going to be another core expectation, right? When you're in the metaverse, any metaverse ecosystem. It should be.
It's a primitive.
It's actually not at the current moment. Like, the existing avatar frameworks are just like, bring in some sort of model that fits within like a rigging scheme.
Yeah.
But it's essentially like mass-producible, replicable, right? So
yeah, and also, I mean, typically avatars don't represent an identity all that much. They're not unique in many cases, and so I think having an avatar like in your wallet, like a Bitcoin wallet specifically, represent your identity, like a Natcat avatar or Bit avatars here.
Yeah,
you're starting to like bring your identity into the metaverse.
100%. Yeah,
and it's like associated to like a collection, which is a big deal.
Yeah, we think so. So yeah, let's watch this real quick. Bit avatars to see what it's all about. Oh man. Boom.
Dude, we got some Iron Man action.
I was about to say, this reminds me a lot of Iron Man. God damn. Special effects, dude. Comes the face.
Yep.
Boom.
All right.
Very nice, dude. Shout out Bitmap Studios. So yeah, they've also been building pretty nonstop in the Natrix.
Yeah.
Right?
This is another group of people who we've had Twitter Spaces with, and having like the community build out their avatar like in the same way the community builds out a PFP. It's like it's going to be another aspect of like just community generation.
Yeah.
And like a place to congregate to. Like we know that all these like communities are forming right now, and like the meme space and all that.
Yeah.
And so like the metaverse is going to be the place where people gather actually.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it's cool to see all like these avatar frameworks that are going to be coming online pretty soon. The whole idea is to like really put out the blueprint, right? And demonstrate with these like, these early day OG avatar collections essentially how it's done.
Yeah.
Right? How to implement some sort of like unique avatar in the metaverse. So yeah, once that's fully established and a market is created out of that, I think, we have some killer vectors.
Oh yeah.
With like a metaverse economy, right? UGC focused.
Yeah, and the best part is like the community can contribute to a collection via Blockdrops.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about wearables and all kinds of like weird stuff that people can come up with.
Okay, yeah, let's move on to Superfan, dude. Remember his name?
Yeah.
Superfan.
Superfan. So he recently dropped Heroes, which is a DMT collection around AI. Mm-hmm. And he just went to Amsterdam recently, met up with the TAP team, and he did a hackathon, and he got second place.
Damn, dude. Zoom in on that check and that happy face, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Congratulations, Superfan and the Heroes community. So he's on to building like some serious infrastructure because, I mean, there isn't anybody who's pushing the boundaries, I think, of AI in the context of Ordinals and DMT more than Superfan is, right? So,
yeah.
So he has like a whole vision in mind of how to like basically systematize this and make it a little bit more of like a deep in infrastructure type.
That's right.
Like of a thing, right? So that now developers can leverage these things that he's building more efficiently. And like, I mean, it's totally it's in line with how we like to do things. If you're going to build something and it works, the next logical thing to do is platformatize this, right?
100%.
So to give all devs these tools, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so in the picture here is Tapalytics. They got third place as well, so congratulations
to them. Dude, that's a critical tool that's in construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroes holders who hung out truly highlight. Thank you to Rob Launchpunks for the great photo, and Benny giving life to the TAP ecosystem. Yeah, so a lot of progress is happening. Be interested to see, this project that he kind of launched, Big Noodle. A lot of AI plays here, and AI is going to play a big role building the metaverse as well.
Yeah, totally agree.
All right, so MDV, he's got a tweet here. It says Dimensions is coming, so October, building a whitelist, and this is pretty cool, right? So it looks like a portal, and
this is another.
What is that, like a skull?
That looks like a skull. There's another 3D creation.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it functions a lot like the vessels, right? Where you can basically like be anywhere within this like 3D environment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true. Like you can see here kind of manipulating the environment, and it's like this portal thing.
It's like you're literally living inside of a psychedelic like portal to the DMT dimension, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is like the link.
Yeah.
Between our like arbitrary realm and our non-arbitrary realm,
Yeah, this is what it looks like after taking the DMT pill, dude.
That's the journey?
That's the journey.
That looks fucking terrifying, dude. I don't know if I want to go in there, dude. But I mean, if you're into psychedelics, like what better place?
Yeah, right?
to be in this tunnel.
I mean, Murad says that several people take DMT trips, so.
DMT, what do they call them? Retreats?
Retreats, yeah.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, just get a vessel.
Totally safe.
Get a vessel instead, or what was that? A portal instead, dude.
Yeah.
That's a lot safer.
Right. All right, so what we are looking at here on MScribe, the Nats page, there is a tab called Blockdrops, and look at that. So Block has almost 800 holders.
That's pretty cool, man. So I figured we need to like really keep tabs on like these block drops that are deploying, and as it becomes more well understood how to actually do these, because it's not like the easiest thing in the world to create like a block droppable asset. I mean, it's not hard to do like a fungible token like block or sats.
The actual deployment is pretty easy. It's just a JSON and you inscribe it and it's deployed. But but the art or the application or the avatar or the wearable, takes a little bit more effort.
Yeah, and there's a lot of those things in construction right now.
Yeah.
So more of the block drops will occur, some to Bitmap, like the block token, and to these sats tokens.
Yeah.
But also some to other DMT UNAT collections as well. So it's important to keep tabs on this.
Yeah, so if you have a bitmap, just find your bitmap on the homepage of MScribe, and then you go to the block drop tab, and then you can inscribe your block drop from there. Same thing with sats and boas. For boas, if you have a Natcat, you can inscribe a boa.
Yeah, and for a mango pug, which I think the art is going to be inscribed on chain very soon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you check your royals, right? And
The royals. That's
those
right.
are eligible to claim these block drops.
Yeah, I guess one thing we need to add here as a column for like the parent, it's like, you know, which parent has this block drop. So it's like in this case, it's like Bitmap.
That's right
and
there,
then
isn't it? It's right there in the third column.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, totally missed this. Yeah.
Damn, dude, you don't even know your own platform, dude.
No, it's, dude, I'm out here like building new stuff.
1,000 different things on the in your spectacles.
Dude. Yeah.
Those fucking spectacles, dude. We need more eyeballs. We need more brains. We need more everything, dude. Fuck, we're definitely overloaded a bit.
Yeah.
Right.
Outer Studios. So Outer Studios is anytime we run around the Natrix, you always see us in the Natcat avatars.
I know.
Came from Outer Studios.
Yeah, we've been greedy fucks.
We have
up until now. It's just been us who've had the ability to express our Natcat form.
Yeah.
In the Natrix, but yeah, hopefully sometime this week we'll have like an official get ready for your Natcat block drop announcement. And if you guys own a Natcat, just like claiming the BOA, same thing. You're gonna have a new block drop, right?
Yeah.
These avatars you can claim.
That's right.
And we already know this is going to have direct functionality in the Natrix. So
yeah,
we'll probably have like a party or something. Like, let's all jump in
for sure
and flex our Natcats. That's going to be fun.
Yeah. So there is going to be a price associated to this. Obviously, it takes a lot of work to build these avatars, and they're all completely unique, one for each unique Natcat.
Yeah. It took months of work, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
not only
finding the framework and
and all the work to put it all together in a script.
Yeah, man.
And so yeah. Yeah, stay tuned for that. I think we'll have more information in like an update video on Thursday.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right, so King, look at this. She just tweeted and says, just saw the first 3D iterations of the Royals.
Oh, shit. We're going to have a real party once we have Natcats and
hell
Royals. And I think Nat Flyers on the horizon too with their shoes.
Yeah. Dude, I got several Natcats and Royals, so I don't even know which one to put on.
You got the multi-box, dude.
Yeah.
It's like multiple windows, multiple avatars.
Yeah.
Just like multiple computers, dude. Just have like a real festival in there.
One of the things with the Royals is one of the traits is the background. So I wonder how they're going to add the background as part of the trait.
It'd be cool. Can you do like auras and stuff like that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you could.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's part of the excitement, right?
Yeah, how it looks.
How it's going to be developed and rolled out.
I
mean, there's so many ways to do it, right? Like with the Natcat avatars, it's like it's obviously not like the diamonds, like on the 2D PFP is like it's just in front of the face of the cat, right?
That's true.
But in the 3D avatar, it's like it's wielding the diamond, like the diamond.
Yeah.
So you could interpret these like UNATs in any way as a 3D artist developer, right?
Yeah, and that's part of the fun of the creativity of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of like the market opportunity for 3D artists and designers. Like, I see your interpretation, like here's mine, right? And then let the market like decide. Like, I identify more with this or this creator, right? That's the beauty of it all, right? And it's all expanding the value of the parent collection over time.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm definitely really excited to see this. I like the one that I have on Twitter in my profile account is the one with the goggles of the single laser coming out.
You're just envious of my Natcat laser eyes, dude. It's out of your price range now.
It definitely is.
I think it's like $5 or $6 or something for a laser eye. Sorry, dude. But yeah, I mean,
we're gonna battle with lasers, dude.
We're gonna touch lasers.
Don't let the tips touch, dude.
We're gonna just do this all day, dude. Just our eyes just fucking grazing one another. It's gonna be marvelous, dude. Good times.
All right, so Optimus. So if you don't know Optimus, he actually races cars.
Like for real.
For real this time though.
Not LARPing, dude. He's actually out there racing and dunking on fools.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah. And so
I don't know what the race version of dunking is, but it's like cutting off. It's cutting people off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Drifting.
There you go.
So he has at this moment in time, so he's I guess giving flowers to the Natrix here. It says the Natrix is pretty close to what I thought a metaverse on Bitcoin would start out as. Under the hood, it will evolve and just like those building upon it.
That's music to our ears, dude. That's exactly what we want it to do.
Yeah, you gotta like launch these things, and you gotta push it and then iterate from there.
Yeah, we agree 100%. This is what when we first saw a bitmap, like literally like day one, we saw the vision of the Natrix and
Oh, yeah.
Bitmap OS, all this stuff. Like, this is what we're going to
literally day one Bitmap.
Yeah.
Like pre 300 inscriptions, we knew that
This is what needed to be built.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we built it. It took longer than expected because we had an entire DMT infrastructure to like build before it.
Yeah, and
It's all
Bitcoin lacks a lot of infrastructure too. So
Yeah, that too.
parent-child and all that.
Yeah, correct. So, but we're here, dude, and we're happy you guys are out there using it and enjoying it.
You know who else is using Bitmap, man?
I heard.
Cryptovoxels.
Wow, dude, I haven't heard that name in so long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You can literally go on our channel like 4 years ago where we're like we're running around in Cryptovoxels, like exploring it for the first time. Those are some interesting videos.
Yeah.
So if you need some context of like who Cryptovoxels is, definitely look for that.
Yeah, there's a few videos about that. So this is like we were talking about Cryptovoxels and Decentraland and Sandbox like pretty regularly.
Yeah, like Somnium Space every now and then.
And Somnium Space.
Those are pretty much like the big four.
Yeah.
From like the Ethereum cycle.
Yeah.
Right? As far as like metaverse attempts. Right?
That's right.
So yeah, obviously our background came from Decentraland, but Cryptovoxels was right there. There is a large community.
Oh yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, they were having in metaverse meetings like regularly.
Yeah, I think it was like the WIP work in progress.
Work in progress, yeah.
I think they still might be doing that actually.
Yeah, we did a few presentations in there a couple of times too.
Yeah, so it is actually very fascinating to see Cryptovoxels being pulled in by the force of Bitmap, right?
Yeah.
Which very bullish. I mean,
yeah.
Here we are building on Bitmap. I mean, we could toot our own little horns a little bit. I feel like we were some of the major developers in the Decentraland ecosystem.
For sure.
And then fucking all of Cryptovoxels might be on a Bitmap.
Yeah.
So it's very fascinating.
Yeah, so here refactoring some MetaMask and Ethereum code so I can support Bitmaps and Ordinals as well. So congrats to those guys. I'm interested to see what they build.
Yeah. And this is good. This is what everybody's been waiting for, right? So maybe Bitmap isn't just a cult meme. Maybe it actually is going to become a metaverse infrastructure layer.
That's right. Who would have thunk that, dude?
It's pretty wild stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for us. If there are any questions about the Metaverse, the Natrix, Mscribe, avatars, how to build using DMT,
how to deploy NATs and UNATs.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section below. Also, send us a tweet, a DM, go to Discord, ask us some questions. We're always there. And I appreciate you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.